Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? It's just been so much going on, y'all. So much going on. And when I tell you guys, it must be exhausting being a bub, okay? It must be exhausting, okay? I don't know what it is. Now, a lot of bubs are, I would say, in their 30s, approaching, going on 40s, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. It goes on up until 40 in that range, right? And then some barbs are older than that, right? Some barbs are in their 40s and 50s, child. But it's 30 and up most of the time for the people that are barbs. Now, maybe when we was younger, popping bubble gum, doing makeup, listening. Like my favorite song from Nicki used to be that Still I Rise song. Still I Rise, Still I Rise. Love that song, right? I love Nicki down, okay? I was a young girl, popping my bubble gum, listening to Miss Minaj. Okay, for real, you couldn't tell me I wasn't Nicki Minaj. But I think that we can separate the two. We can say Nicki Minaj the artist and Nicki Minaj the person. Now, these past few days, it must be exhausting to be a bob, because the fact that bobs have to consistently fight, because when you like somebody, you go above and beyond to show them love and will snap on and go off on anybody that come at them sideways, okay? So I know them bobs are tired, okay? Tired, okay? Because when you like somebody, especially when you stand somebody, their beef is your beef. Their issues are your issues. You will go online and hop on this internet and go there about your fave. And the barbs is no different, okay? The barbs, I heard somebody say, hey, the barbs are not the barbs that they used to be. Before, they used to dox people. They were, known to be a fan base that can take it to hell if they need to, allegedly now. Nowadays, barbs are not doing the most anymore, okay? They keeping their back and forth just to Twitter, and then, moving on, living their life, paying their bills, they car notes, taking care of them kids. They not out here just killing and ending folks like they used to, The barbs these days, this day and age, have gotten older. People are saying that they lazy these days, They not what they used to be. And I think what it really is that the barbs is tired, okay? It's tired. It's one thing to go against or fight Cardi B. It's another thing to go against and fight Megan Thee Stallion. It's another thing to go against and fight, y'all ready for it? Beyonce and Jay-Z, okay? Because I don't separate the Yonts and the J. I just don't. I think that if you're mad at the Carters, you're mad at the Carters, okay? That's just one thing, okay? It's another thing to be going back and forth with Iggy Azalea. Child, some people say that she's the Iggy Azalea of a rap, okay? That's just one thing. It is another thing. Like, the list goes on, okay? People are saying that her demise is going to be like Wendy Williams. Child, we don't know. The latest person to be into it with is SZA. Child, SZA. I don't know why SZA decided to talk about this goddamn retrograde. Because ever since she talked about the retrograde, Nicki been on that ass, okay? Nicki's been pissed about this goddamn conversation about this retrograde. She was like basically alluding to the girl drawing on freckles. Now, it might be true, might not be true, but I don't think, in my humble opinion, we should not talk about makeup, because I feel as though, Nicki, sister girl, wasn't you doing lives and talking about how you contour in a certain way so your nose can look smaller? Doing different things with your face so you appear or look a certain type of way. Now, I'm not saying it's plastic surgery, but if SZA hiding freckles with contour, maybe you hiding, that nose, making it look skinnier with contour as well. Makeup is makeup, And she says, hey, I don't body shame. I'm not talking about nobody's body. Nicki says, okay, so we're not talking about nobody's body, but you're calling her chubby and fat and skinny at the same damn time, and making jokes about the falling, or the man who was, about to fall from carrying her, and all of these different things, when you have known to fall a couple of times on stage. The difference is, I guess, you fell all on your own. It was too much for you to carry, too much ass for you to carry, too much weight for you to carry, and you was just standing there by yourself. Several times it's been said that Nicki has fumbled on stage, right? And there was a time that Nicki was a thick girl, you know, a little bit after she had her amazing son. And she had to get rid of some weight, you know. It was some transitioning, you know. She had to go see her surgeon, get a boob reduction, you know. That's why Cardi B was calling her arms for different things of that nature. Speaking of Cardi, at this moment, right now, Body is eating crab legs. Child, she said, I feel vindicated. Girl, you was trying to tell them girls. Now listen, Nicki and Summer Walker don't get along. Now Nicki and SZA don't get along. So I guess my question is, who next? Child, she don't get along with SZA. She don't get along with Summer Walker. They ain't got enough of the melody girls. You know, the girls with the melodies. You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna go? You not going for the black girls? Are you? Who's next? You gonna come at her and LMA? You know, I don't know. LMA? Who we talking about? We don't know. But a lot of these girls support Cardi, so I don't know. Is it the Cardi support? Somebody said that, you know, SZA said that she was going to give Cardi and turn in this verse, you know, for that Am I the Drama? So now people saying, well, that's what Nicki mad about. Nope. Other people are saying Nicki is mad because SZA teamed up with Kendrick. Jesus says this is another example of her going hard for Drake. And I'm like, man, it can't be her going hard for Drake again. Especially since Drake just brought out Lotto to his show. Sexy Red, but Lotto too to his show. So now I'm like, okay, so what is going on? Drake brought out Lotto and Sexy Red. So are you trying to beef with SZA low key because you mad because she teamed up with Kendrick and did that song with Kendrick, and you don't like how she played in your brother's face allegedly, and no matter what happened you still gonna take up for him because that's still your brother allegedly? I don't know if it's that. There's different reasons as to why, but she going hard, okay? She is going hard, calling a girl a yodeler. Now, the only one person I know that yodels is goddamn K. Michelle. And she got a scholarship for college for yodeling. And I know that for a fact. So I don't know about SZA being no yodeler. Now, she better be careful. Because, you know, SZA be talking with, like, messing with astrology and stars. And, you know, she's very, like, I don't know. I get, like, she's not a neo-soul singer, but just the way her voice is set up, it's giving me the modern Erykah Badu. That's how I see her, you know, thick and fine, just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just her vibe. I don't know if that is true or how she is, but that's how I, you know, receive her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with Nicki. I don't know, but it's too many people to fight, girl. Too many people. You got to fight the Bobs. No, the Bobs. The Bobs got to fight. My bad, y'all. The Bobs got to fight. Well, hell, Nicki be fighting the Barbs too sometimes. Yeah, always snapping on her fans and, you know, cutting Barbs out of the kingdom if they don't act right. So, hey, that wasn't too far off. But she fights. Now, Barb's got to fight Beehive. Barb's got to fight Hotties. Bob got to fight, you know what I'm saying, just all these different fan base. Body Gang. Barb's got to fight all these people. It must be really exhausting to be a Nicki Minaj fan. Child, because who else y'all going to beat up? Listen, who else? Ain't too many people that we fighting against now. I don't know, y'all, but I'm watching it just like y'all. People bringing up old tweets from SZA from before she got famous, saying different things about these different singing girls. But that was before. Girl, you can't say that's a problem when you worked with JT even before. Because when JT came out, she was dissing you. And that's why you ain't want to mess with her. But ended up backtracking and working with her. So you can't say, hey, she was dissing this person back and then you working with JT who was dissing you back and then. You know what I'm saying? And although you did humiliate her on live and played in that girl face on live, it's still something to be said that you worked with her. There's a lot of people that you've given second chance to. You know, you say that, hey, you're the generous queen. So it could be that, child. I don't know, but I'm tired. I'm tired for the Barbs. Barbs, I'm praying for y'all because y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all been going. Going and going and going. Keep going, I guess. I love y'all. Bye.
You know what I feel? I feel very vindicated. This shit is so hard. Look at all that. They say they call it the mustard. They say this is shit, but I don't give a fuck. Y'all always out here eating hands. Like, why can't I eat crab shit? I like it. My nigga don't like it, but I do. I can break this bitch. Hold on. Mmm. Yeah. Oh. I'm about to eat it. I don't care. I feel very vindicated. I don't know how to explain it, but I do.
I've been on my chill vibe, like handling my business. You know what I'm saying? And so everything I said was real. Listen, Mizza, okay? Listen, Mizza, okay? Find you somebody to motherfucking play with, Mizza. Les Miserables, bitch. I said find you some motherfucking else body to play with, bitch. You already played with your own hoe and we seen how that went, bitch. And you know I don't, surgery shame or body shame. You know I don't even do that. But bitch, I don't know if you fat, obese, chubby, or skinny. Gotta get up on my hair. I, y'all, I'm not making. I got something to do, but it's gonna take an hour. Um, but the whole thing is, leave me the fuck alone. When you see me in certain way or form, I would advise you. So let me get this straight. You were one of those, kids loved music, and then when you started tweeting, now I don't know if this was before or after Freckles and Bumbleina came out. Okay. Which one? So I don't know which came from. However, Bumbleina, bitch. However, you took to your Twitter during those times to downgrade and downplay the top black women in their respective fields at the time. So that tells me a lot about you. It tells me a lot about you, ma'am. So instead of you coming on Twitter to give props to the top black women in your field at that time, to the women who you later worked with. So I guess they weren't that bad after all, huh? You were just one of the kids that couldn't get in the crowd, at the in crowd, huh? You went and started drawing freckles on your motherfucking face and rearranging shit. But let's get to the heart of who Les Miserables is. Les Miserables is. Does she I didn't know what she had tweeted about. Did she tweet about her shows or something? I don't know. But do these people not know my my stats? Like, does this woman think like on any day that if me and her walked in the room, like in any country in the world, these bots done got to your motherfucking fat heads? I see. Y'all don't even know who's a motherfucking superstar and icon anymore, huh, Mizza? Mizza, you're not an icon. You are a yodeling fool who needs auto tune, who done dissed every female entertainer, it seems, based off of, the screenshots. Take your yodeling ass on somewhere else, bitch. What the fuck? You done tried to break that man back or something, I think, allegedly. How the fuck did you match the dots every time you put back on the freckles is what we the people want to motherfucking know. And did Desiree Perez take her motherfucking deposition? That's what we wanted. Oh, I knew that was gonna get you mad, Des. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, this is not that serious, you guys, okay? And honestly, I hate having to speak like this to women, to engage in this. I know it might sound unbelievable, but I really don't. I don't like it. I rather deal with men. I rather speak to men and cuss men out or whatever has to be done because that's where it's gotten at, as of now, that's where it is. So, with these women not having any understanding that they've been constantly used as pawns. And now streams have been vanishing left and right. Where have they gone? Oh my. But talent wins, and talent is God given. Okay, I will come back on in an hour, you guys. All right, love you.
Big hair. I have a lot more freckles. For a while, like I covered them because I wasn't born with them. Like they developed through like high school, and then I was already being teased for other shit, and I didn't want another reason for them to tease me, so I would just like cover them up. Now it is what it is. Fuck it. I have to just let it go. My dad's like Orthodox Muslim. My dad wanted me to dress really modest, so he would dress me in overalls every day. So I went into like this weird phase where I like rebelled and I wore like just pure hoe attire for like 3 years. It was terrible.